All right, folks, welcome back. 3 weeks in a row, I think, maybe four, but the Ain't No Seats pod is on a heater, and fellas, Kansas basketball is also on an absolute heater. We got to talk about one of the most special nights that I think this program, this fan base, the building, the team, whoever, had in a while, probably since 2022 for sure. But it was so much fun. I think we got it. I also want to talk about I'm not sure KU has ever been this popular, like been such a headline in the college basketball season, quite like they have this year. So we'll talk about all that. It's been incredible. But we got to talk about Monday night. We knock off number one team in the country. We find out 5 minutes before the game, the man who will not be named until later in this episode is not playing. We'll talk about that later. But, 5 minutes before the game, you find out they're not playing, they're short, and it felt like it was going to be a long shot. And so, obviously, incredible game. I'll pass it over to you guys. I guess let's start with, where was your head? B-Turn, I guess I was sitting with you, so I kind of know, but where was your head and mental space at going into that game, knowing that we were going to be short-handed and playing the number one team in the country who was full of massive men, which I was not fully prepared for. So I'll stop there.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough test regardless, but it's Allen Fieldhouse, and just the way they found a way to win Monday night just speaks volumes about that building. Like, you have Melvin, who goes 6 for 25. Trey White makes one shot from the floor, and you're shorthanded. And it just speaks to this group and how hard they fight and how a game's never over. So I always feel great in Allen Fieldhouse. They've beaten a lot of good teams there. Bill's track record's crazy there. But Arizona's obviously one of the top teams in the country, so knew it would be tough. Coming out of the second half, when they got down double digits, thought it was over, but it's going to be tough to doubt this team rest of the season. So thank God for Allen Fieldhouse, and thank God we have guys wearing the Kansas uniform that love playing for Kansas.
Yep. AB, before we go in more, I want to hear your thoughts. You're a man of strong opinions, and I'm sure that you were feeling some type of way prior to tip off. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I was angry. We don't have to get into the details yet, but I was angry, and it was like the first 5 minutes of the game. I felt both the first and second half started the same way, where we looked outclassed completely and acted like we've never held onto a basketball before. They were just ripped out of our hands with simple ease. So the first 5 minutes of the game, I was just fuming, angry. Then the game kind of goes on. And you're like, okay, this game's still being played at this magical building that just curses other teams, it seems. So I settled it down somewhat quickly, but it just put me off in a bad mood. And I think it put everyone that went to the game was pretty pissed off in a way, shape, or form. And we've mentioned this many a time on the show. Allen Fieldhouse is at its best when it's pissed off. So I kind of think it almost, in a weird way, helped the situation. Like, people were juiced for the game regardless, but it almost added like an extra level of, I don't know, enthusiasm or energy, and you guys might know better. You were there. I knew a bunch of people at the game kind of mentioned the same thing, but you could just feel it through the TV that it felt different than it normally does, which always feels different than everywhere else.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was going to say something similar, that obviously the team was able to rally around each other and play really well and, come out and do exactly what they needed to do. But definitely the fan base, the student section, by the way, student section's caught some flack at times, but that was as good as you're going to get from a student section. They were jumping constantly. And yeah, I think you're right, AB. It was almost I don't know what the right term is for it. It was just kind of the building knew, these guys need us. We're down our best player, and this team is a monster. But we know the guys on the floor are our guys. We love them. And the building just knew it had to deliver. And that's what I've always loved about Allen Fieldhouse is not only is the crowd really good, but the people in the crowd actually know ball. I don't know how to explain that, but like we just do compared to other schools. We're just kind of there for a big game and they don't watch all season. But like Allen Fieldhouse, the crowd recognizes when it's time to stand or when the team needs extra motivation or extra noise. And that's what was so fun about Monday night is the crowd was never out of that game. Like even as Arizona was kind of dominating early and even at the beginning of that second half, the crowd just always came back and delivered. And obviously Flory, Melvin, all the guys, Bryson, they all delivered as well. So it was incredible. So much fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most enjoyable sporting events I've ever been to. And I've been blessed to be in Allen so many times. And I can't remember the last time I've had that much fun in that building. And we knew Bill would say some crazy things after the game. He was just fired up, and you could see it with the double fist pumps. But, I mean, he called it the biggest win since he's gotten here at Allen. And think about how many good teams they'd beaten in that building. They'd beaten good Baylor teams, OU in 16, Mizzou in 2012. So, I mean, I feel like we had a feeling it'd be one of the best atmospheres in Allen. And obviously it'd be one of the biggest wins because they'd never beaten a number one team in Allen. But the way they did it, down 11 with our stars that played struggling from the floor, besides Flory and Bryson, which Bryson, for the first 10 minutes of the game, might have been the best player in the country. And Flory, I haven't given enough credit. Like, that dude has been fucking unbelievable defensively. And Arizona was getting whatever they wanted in the paint. They don't shoot many threes. Krivas was, I thought he's going to end up with 40 and 20 or something. But Flory held his own, had massive blocks, patient in the post, scoring on Krivas, whoever. He was, I mean, Flory was as good as anybody on the floor. And he's been awesome since this, the last 8 games. I mean, since they had that players only meeting, haven't lost.
Yeah.
And our best players have been awesome. Besides Trey, maybe Trey needs to get going a little bit more.
Him. Maybe off the air. I owe Flory an apology. I think I said at the under 8 timeout in the first half that that was the game that was going to put it in Sharpie that he'll be back for his junior year because he just looked like, and I tweeted it too, that he was getting bodied out there. He couldn't do anything to stop Krivas. On offense, it looked like he was just getting his shit thrown all the time. And then something clicked, and he was the best player on the floor for the final 25 minutes or whatever it was. So sorry to him. I didn't mean to lose trust. I was angry. I was fired up for other reasons. And, you know, why do I owe Melvin an apology?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? All I said was he had a name. How good of a shooter could it be? And by the way, 625. I don't know that this is the game that we can play.
Vincent,
but
how cool is it? How cool is it to have someone that doesn't shy away from the big moment late? Like, that dude missed 20 shots and was still firing.
Did one of us, or was it all of us on the pod, did we ever give him shit when that report came out that he said it was his team before the season started or beginning of the season? And the story's kind of like getting light again. I think Fran mentioned on the broadcast where he came in and no one wanted to be the man on the team. No one wanted to be the number one, not number one player, but you know what I mean? Kind of the dad, the energy guy,
we needed that.
He said it was him. And I think one of us or all of us kind of chuckled at the idea of that Melvin Council is going to be the leader of this team. He's going to be the guy. Well, he shut us all. He's one of the most enjoyable players we've had in our lifetime.
Dude.
So I don't want to sound like prisoner of the moment, but he's everybody loves him. How could you not?
Probably goes back to what? CB, Frank, Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae was who I thought of.
I mean, the thing about Melvin, he shot 25 times and made what? How many shots? 6?
6 for 25.
You could have told me that guy missed 3 shots all night. I did not care. I am never upset with anything Melvin does. And now I went back and watched some of the first half, and I mean, he was getting things swatted. He was just throwing balls up near the backboard that was getting swatted, but he never stops playing 100%. It's actually insane. And I don't know if we're close.
And he doesn't rest.
Yes. We were closer than I normally am. So I don't know if this is just different, but that was the most physical basketball game I've ever watched. And it just felt like Flory and Melvin specifically were so gassed, and especially Flory, like you would start to see him showing signs, like he'd have hands on his hips, he'd be dying, and next play he's catching up to a guy and swatting it. Like, I don't know. It's crazy impressive how good a shape these guys are in, especially like Melvin. Yeah, because Melvin does not get to rest, and he is sprinting up and down the court trying to get a transition layup every single time. It's crazy.
He was going 1-on-3 in transition. Like, he did not care.
Never does.
He played all 40 minutes, right?
Yep.
And yeah, at the end of the game, he was still ready to fire every possession, still guarding, still going coast to coast. Like, it is, if we got him back I'd do anything in the world to have him back for one more year. As fans, I feel like we deserve Melvin for more than 1 year. He deserved to be at KU more than one season.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I can't retweet this live stream on Twitter. Have you guys been able to?
I tried to pull it up when we had the 30-second countdown, and it wasn't showing up. It says we're live, but it didn't send a tweet out. I feel like it normally does automatically.
Did Elon change the algorithm on us again?
Yeah, it says we're live, but nothing to retweet.
Is anyone here from Twitter? Okay, yeah, we have people here from X. Shout out Justin. But yeah, I don't know. Can't retweet it, so hopefully people find it somehow. But
Ricky Council the fourth.
Yeah,
who was that
dude,
guy? Yeah, that was unreal.
That was so funny. Like Ricky Council the fourth played for Arkansas. I think was on the team that maybe beat us a few years ago. But to just completely mix up the guys, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a comparison of just if we were to call an opposing player the completely wrong last name, just because they shared a last name, not relatives, nothing. Just
Obi Toppin at Texas Tech. He's great. Big 12 player of the year.
Obi Toppin. Yeah, honestly, I think for the first year, like at the first, I definitely thought he was Obi Toppin's brother.
Same.
Because didn't Obi Toppin have a brother at Kentucky that was not good? So I just figured there was a third.
Jacob Toppin.
Yes.
It's kind of wild.
His name at Tech?
JT Toppin?
Oh.
No, the guy at Tech was JT. Okay. Jacob.
It's honestly just thinking back on the second half where we do get down 11. I still don't understand how we won that game. Like, I already talked about it. Melvin missed 20 shots. Trey was non-existent offensively. And then Bryson had a night, but how many shots did he make the rest of the night after like that 10-minute spurt he had to start it? I think he had 14, and then he ended up with what, 18?
Yeah.
Right.
So you just get random spurts from guys, especially at home. Like Jamari had pretty solid minutes. El Marco does some wild things, but he helps off his man, catches a steal, comes down, wraparound pass to Tiller. Like, it's just that building is unbelievable. It doesn't matter who we play in the entire country. Like, it's going to be a game.
Yeah.
Can we motion them to make the entire NCAA tournament be played in Allen Fieldhouse and just make up for 2020 that way?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You really made me think of 2020 when you brought up Obi.
Oh, man.
The national championship in Maui.
That Maui game was so sweaty.
I saw a hilarious tweet of someone, it was a Kentucky fan, with showing their 2020 team being like, nobody could ever convince me this team wasn't winning the national title in 2020. I don't remember Kentucky at all from that season.
No.
Were they good?
Whoa.
I mean,
let's pull up their Ken Palm.
I don't know, but I just thought that was so funny. Like, it's really, I feel like there's only two schools that could really be devastated about 2020. It's us and Dayton. Us, because we were going to win the national title.
Gonzaga
Dayton,
was up near the top.
They must be kidding.
Baylor was up near the top.
I want you guys to guess what Kentucky finished ranked in Ken Palm that year.
28th.
17.
29th.
Oh my God! So this really was just delusional.
In a weird way, they were 25-6, and they won like 9 of 10 to end the year, and like 15 of 17 to end the year. It looks like, but yeah, let's not go that far. That's crazy.
They were gonna win it.
SEC was bad. There wasn't a single top 30 team in the SEC. Wow. Other than them.
I guess every fan base, that team that was going to make the tournament could technically say they were going to win it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Imagine getting NCAA tournament games at Allen. The higher seed just gets to keep playing at home. Or if you did like 3-game series, which I do love one and done, but if Bill had series,
dude,
he's got 6.
Oh yeah. That's the crazy thing to think about is like what Bill would have done. But okay, we're getting off topic, boys, because we still got a lot to talk
First half was frustrating defensively. Like Arizona was getting whatever they wanted, and if they didn't, they get an offensive board. I think Rivas ended up with 15 boards, but offensively we were pretty fucking good too. It was, what was the halftime score?
45, 42.
Yeah, we could not get a stop. But
yeah. Remember when I turned to Beecher in the first half, like we were down like 8-2, and I was like, our only shot is if we just turn this into a rock fight and win in the 50s. Like I was like, there is no way we can score on these guys because they were so big. It was like the Monstars the first 10 minutes of that game.
Oh, you got to 60 at like the under 12 in the second half.
Yeah.
AB, how'd you feel when they came out second half? Arizona kind of went on a run, got up 11. Do you count the Hawks out at home?
I didn't count them out, but I got re-pissed because I kind of lost my piss-offedness. How would you say that? Towards about halftime, and then that happened. I just got mad again. But I feel like they got down 11, but then in like 8 seconds it was 5 again. And that happened in the first half too, where I don't know. I kept getting frustrated. They couldn't close it within 4 or 5. But whenever they got down 9, they would always get it back to about that. I don't know. Where does it rank in games that you guys have been to? I know Bill said it was his best ever. I feel like that might be a little. I keep saying that.
Prisoner of the moment. It's hard to not say that, just because. I mean, Bill made the good point about them being undermanned.
Yeah.
Like you think about beating the number 1 team, and then your leading scorer, best player, isn't playing. But then, I mean, that OU game in 16 was crazy. The Devontae West Virginia comeback.
See, I think
I didn't get to go to Mizzou in 2012, but dude, that OU game was.
Okay, I thought a lot about this because this is an important question. To me, Mizzou 2012 is so hard to top because you have the circumstances around it. You know, they're leaving the conference, and we're going for our straight at that point, 8th straight or something. Like we're both top 5 teams. It's just insane, and we get down 19, and like. The way that Allen Fieldhouse, kind of similar to this game on Monday, Allen Fieldhouse just willed that team back in. It was a great example of the fans just knowing ball and knowing when stops were needed. And then obviously you have the fact that you have the block at the end, plus you have overtime. This game, I would say this game, though, is very much an argument for number 2 because of the fact it was from tip to the very end that this crowd was fully locked in, fully engaged. Because even, I guess, Missouri 2012, we're down 19 or whatever we are, and like the crowd was kind of out of it because there was nothing.
They get a shot to get it to 15, and the old Allen Fieldhouse thing, everyone gets up and stands.
Yeah, I love it.
Court. It's the best.
I love it. If I could like bottle up a feeling, it's when you start to see Allen Fieldhouse slowly stand, and it's just like, here we go. Here comes the stop. But no, I think it's very much in the conversation of KU Mizzou 2012 is number 1. But to me, if you want to put KU Arizona at 2 and OU 2016.
You got to go to the Mizzou game?
Yeah. That was like the third year or second year my family had season tickets. So that was like probably the first legendary KU game I ever saw. I wasn't there for Georgia Tech. I wasn't there.
I went to that one. I think that's the first game I remember going to at Allen.
Yeah. So I don't know. Missouri was just straight up like you couldn't have scripted it better in a movie. Now you could argue our best player. You could argue our best player deciding to sit out right before the game, and then you're like Melvin Council is just the classic hero from a movie. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's prisoner of the moment to say it's like a top 2 or 3. I do think Bill's a huge prisoner of the moment guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's called 76 plays the best play that he's had since he's been here. He's called
Maybe
pretty
more.
much every big he's had, the best big he's had. He
called Quentin Grimes the best player he's ever had on his team.
How many times has he said best defender? Marcus, DeJuan, Brady, Travis Relaford, Brandon Rush.
Yep.
I think I just tore my ACL.
Brandon Green.
Wow. All right, DP, chill out back there. AD.
Hey, we said we're not saying his name.
Hey, we made it.
Or Ryan Loss. We should do that every episode. First person to say his name.
We made it 20 minutes. That was pretty good.
Should we just go in?
Well, is there anything else from the game?
Well, I do just want to say this, like
I started getting very nervous about our offense late. Felt like we started milking the shot clock like we did against BYU. Like I remember Melvin shot a 3 on the left wing with a guy like an inch from his face.
Yep.
But
I can't even remember how we scored late. Like, what were our big buckets? Flory
Melvin had a floater, right? He drove the lane similar to the exact same movement he went on the alley-oop.
Flory's been so
Flory
good.
had a couple free throws.
So clutch. Flory made both, right? Melvin made both, and then Trey White made both. And
look how Kane just spelled LeGerald Vick's first name. LeGerald.
Yes, that's Kane. Love it.
Yep.
LeGerald. But I will say, I just want to say this. I want to make sure Melvin gets all the love and it's deserved, and Flory's definitely getting love. But like, Flory has all of a sudden turned into not quite as dominant as a player as Doak, but it's kind of crazy that in a span of like a month, he went from, I feel like at times we were kind of questioning if he was ever going to be that guy. And now there's not many bigs I would take over him in the country. And maybe I'm sounding like Bill Self right now, but he's.
Hey, you know who deserves a big shout out? It's Jamari McDowell. What a first half from the guy. Holy heavens. Both sides. I mean, it felt like every minute he was getting a steal. He had a big 3 in the corner right in front of your guys' face, it looked like.
Yep. I mean, imagine telling us prior to tip-off that we would be down 3 at half. Trey White has 2 points. I don't know what Melvin had at half. It wasn't very much. Flory didn't have much. It was basically Bryson Tiller and McDowell. But just if you knew that DP didn't play, Trey White has 2 points, and Melvin and Council both have, or Melvin and Flory both have less than 10, and we are in that game. Like, it's, just guys stepped up and we're gamers.
I think we said that at half too, is like we were being real negative. Allen asked us for one positive thought, and that's what we said.
Yeah.
They're not doing shit, and we're right in it.
Yeah, I think me and Ryan talked, like, we're down 1 possession. Trey White has 2 points, and then he didn't make a shot in the second half.
Dude.
And we still won.
Yeah.
Were you guys mad when he didn't pass the ball with 5 seconds left?
Wait.
Yes. I yelled that.
At the end of the first half?
When he got no.
No, the end of the game. He could have just passed it and probably time expired.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he went to the line to make the free throws, but if he just passed it to Melvin,
I still can't believe
there were some things
what was he
in
doing?
my brain. There's just no way a guy that is seemingly respected by a lot of different schools, if he's been playing at a lot of them, there's no way he's not going to figure it out soon. He just cannot be as bad as he's been the last 2 weeks.
Well,
he may have been great Saturday, but I'm telling you, I don't remember much about Saturday. We'll talk about a snooze fest of a watch for me.
That game doesn't count.
Well, and it's I texted some friends before the game. If I were betting Man Utah's the play, because it's like, come on now. Like, we go at K-State rival, BYU massive game at home, at Tech, win crazy, and then you got to play Utah 2 days before you get Arizona and then Iowa State. Like, they're not going to care.
This is what makes me nervous with Trey is freshman year, 26% from 3, sophomore year, 29%, junior year, 33% from 3. This year he's shooting 1 more 3 per game than he ever has, and he's at 42. How sustainable is that?
Yeah.
I don't know,
but the thing with him is really good in transition, always going to be active on the boards, always going to play hard. and he's going to get to
definitely
the
cares.
line too.
You can be bad if you care. That's fine with me.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Melvin,
There's some moments where it's like, what's happening, dude?
How about Flory telling Melvin, pass the fucking rock?
Dead ass. I will say this, though. I've always had this take, B-turn. Guys hit their senior year and something just snaps with how well they shoot. Like Travis Relaford always comes to mind. His junior year, he shot 32%. Senior year, he shoots 42%.
What about Jalen Wilson?
I don't know. Did he went way up. Frank Mason was similar. I think Frank Mason shot 50% from three, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane what he did. But I don't know. Like sometimes I think guys just get it figured out.
Hey, shit, Svee. I mean, Svee was a
Svee.
But I'm serious. I remember doing podcasts about, or maybe that's. Did we ever do a podcast with Svee on the team, or was his last year that Final Four team? Okay,
we started in 2019.
I mean, he was unreal.
I think I may have just tweeted at them, but I think I tweeted once saying it's insane how Svee has played every year since he's gotten here and has not gotten an inch better. And then all of a sudden he was like all Big 12 level good.
Yeah. I mean, something snaps.
That game at Lincoln, their senior year, randomly popped up on YouTube the other day. I forgot he hit a game winner there.
How was at Arrowhead that game?
Same.
Chiefs had a Saturday nighter against the Chargers.
Someone just brought up Rosario in the comments, and I just can't help but laugh because he hits the same part of the rim on every single three. Like someone has to make a montage of his 3-point attempts. And I love him. Like I'm not going to sit here and bash him, but I feel like we've talked about him recently.
Well, I was saying this to Molly during the game. It just felt like a game that he was finally going to make some shots. What do we got?
30?
I figured out how to post I haven't been ignoring you guys. I figured out how to post the pod to Twitter. So go retweet it. And I said that we're going to talk DP here in a sec. Click me. Gotta get the people coming in. But yeah, sorry to interrupt the Cole Rosario show.
No, that felt like a game where he was going to make some shots, and I felt so bad because I know he, like Brayden said,
when's the last time he made one?
November, but
he was electric against Davidson.
I don't know when he took that three. It felt like on TV that it was closer than some of his other ones. Was it not?
I think me and B-Turn had a really good. It was hard off the back iron. Like he just. That ball just flies off that rim.
Well, I just feel bad. I wish he could, because it does feel like a situation where he sees one go through and it's going to be like, okay, well, at least he knows that he can do it. And even if it's not a great option, it's an option that's going to go in once or twice a game.
Do you guys want to hear a cool stat?
Hey, Townsend was his last make. Wow.
Davidson.
What?
Davidson was his last.
Oh. Which game happened before? Lucas. Whatever.
Well, he hasn't played much. It's been like since the UCF game, it's been 8 minutes or less, but he hasn't made a three. Yeah, he hasn't made a three in Big 12 play, which we just covered. But 0 for 8.
Hey, but we're 8 now.
Keep missing him.
Dude.
He goes 0 for we win.
I feel bad for the guy. I really want him to come back, but geez, man. I think he just needs this season to end. He needs to get right mentally because it ain't working. Okay.
Hey, Paul got some minutes. That was cool.
K-State's getting pumped.
Oh my God. So Cincinnati at home, man.
Well, someone just
battle of the fired coaches, man.
That was like a 2-point
at least one
spread.
of them going out with grace and cares.
That's like a 2-point spread. They're down 100.
I love that every time we do an episode now, K-State is in the middle of getting absolutely waxed on their home floor. Last time Iowa State was up 34-7 or something at this point.
How many different color tones are their jerseys tonight? 6? They got white, black, gray, light purple, dark purple, and maybe like an orange stone in there somewhere.
The pictures of Marcus Johnson,
he's my favorite,
are so funny because of how bad they are. But they got to quit putting that guy in lavender. I mean, I've said this before. Me and AB, we know, dark colors are what you got to wear.
Why do you think I have a black KU shirt, man?
What are we? I mean, it's gonna be bad what we do to them on Melvin and Trey White's senior day.
Meat necklace.
When Melvin's already been trolling them like crazy. Let's let Melvin take. Let's have that one star player that's on our team. Let's have him sit for that game. Definitely let him rest for March, and let Melvin take 40 shots against K-State. And let him wash up and down the floor all game.
Like the ref that does high knees.
So, okay. We
Ryan's dying to talk about him.
We said we'd talk DP. We made it 30 minutes without talking DP, other than my slip up earlier. Hand up. I apologize.
Good job.
Hey, foul. Light blue.
But I really I don't even fully know what my take is on this. I think I've gathered my take. I think I have it. But this is insane. I mean, I guess let's start here.
Sure.
I think I do actually believe that he felt sick. Like, maybe I'm naive again, but I actually think he was feeling ill. But the problem is, it's classic boy who cried wolf. You've used the flu excuse earlier in the year. You've used cramping. You've used the hamstring. And you're playing against the number one team in America. I don't care if you're sick, at least try. Christian Anderson was riding the bike the whole second half. DP's nowhere to be seen. I don't know, man. This was just, to me, this was by far the worst part of this whole saga, to be in that moment, to give your team no notice. And I don't know, I really can't figure out, and this is where I want to hear from you guys, do you think he knew ahead of time he wasn't going to play? Or do you think it really was just I'm not feeling great and I just don't care enough to go out and fight for my guys?
Anthony?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, my parents used to always tell me a story, little tale when I was growing up. And I was a kid that, every few Mondays be like, oh, I don't want to go to school. I just want to stay home and sleep in, and I don't feel so good. They told me every single time. They told me a little story. It's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. How are we going to actually know when there's a wolf there? I don't know what to believe with this motherfucker. Sorry, YouTube, for my language. I just don't. Because twice before New Year's, it was a bug. He was sick. Multiple times. And then it's cramps. And then it's a hamstring. And then it's more cramps. And then the ankle may have fucked things up. I think so, Ryan, don't get mad at me. This might be profanity laced for the next 10 minutes. But the ankle I could understand. And I was starting to come around. I think someone put this in our comments even, where it made some sense, where he hurt his ankle and then he couldn't practice. So his conditioning got a little bad. And he played 20 or 25 minutes against BYU, whatever it was. And then he just ran out of gas. And then he was back Saturday for Utah and he was fine. And it seems like things were progressing. But now it's just I'm never going to be able to fully buy in regardless of what happens in a game, because it's going to be something else the next week. It just is. Maybe in March he flips it on. That's what I think we're all hoping for. But I'm kind of in a spot now where I'm just viewing this team as a roster without him, and he's a cherry on top when he plays. I'm done expecting him to play 30 minutes. I'm done expecting him to be on the court in crunch time. I'm just sick and tired of dealing with it. And it was just so frustrating to be sitting at work all day Monday and waiting to get through that awful Super Bowl, knowing that we were going to be the main stage of the sports world on Monday night, and just being so excited. And 10 minutes, 30, 20 minutes before the game, he's not out for warm-ups. When we start seeing those tweets coming out and we see the lines start ticking up, I just emotionally can't handle it anymore. I can't do it. So whatever, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but to me, it's I don't view him as being on the roster unless I see him out there. And I'm not going to predict any games or tournament runs or regular season championships thinking and under the assumption he's there, because he's not. He's just not. And if he is, great. Mix on in and score 30. You'll be the best player on the floor no matter when you're on there. I just don't know when you're going to be on there.
Yeah, I'm to the point where I'm just over it. Like, I'm not gonna let myself get fired up about him not playing. Like, I'm just gonna.
But here's the thing. Yeah, you are. Like, we're going to continue to do this. And that's what's so brutal about it. Like,
I'm just gonna rock with the guys that want to play and are play. Like, I don't expect a ton out of him. Obviously, I want him to play, and I think the only chance they have to win a national title is him playing and at full strength. But I've got myself so worked up about it. But like AB said, it's a new thing every week, and this one, he definitely could have played.
At least try.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what we've talked about. Like, he gets the cramps, he's over on the sideline, sitting in the chair, not trying to come back in. He gets hurt, quad, hammy, whatever it is. He's not doing anything on the sideline to try to come back into the game. BYU, 18 points in the first half. That's enough for the day, I think, is what the mindset was. And they get in a tight game late, and our offense looks like shit, and he still doesn't try to come back in. So there's no way he couldn't have played Monday night. And
yeah. And
I personally believe what that dude was texting, whoever he was texting, the Big 12 employee or whatever. Like, I believe that story. And if it is true, I'm glad Bill got on his ass and told him. Like,
the fact that they made a statement about it mid-game makes me think it's very true that's
yes.
KU couldn't have handled that any worse. Like, it's a Barstool burner account, or it's Barstool Arizona. Like, let them tweet it. Things will go crazy. Why are we bringing that even more attention than it already has? But I don't know. My thing with DP is that obviously my take the whole time has pretty much been I think he has been feeling something. I even think he might have felt a little off. I just think he doesn't care enough. He's being overly cautious. And it's now at the point where it's like, okay, but since you are that cautious and since you don't care that much, you deserve the chance you're going to get from Texas Tech. And honestly, the chance you might get from Allen Fieldhouse down the road.
I was ready to do it before the game. I tweeted.
The frustrating thing is you get 33 minutes out of him against freaking Utah, who you're a 20-point favorite against.
While he's sick, apparently.
And you start getting your hopes up. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Bill saying it was 50-50, and then Bill saying they thought he was going to go. So what was it? Like, he
wasn't on the injury report.
Yeah. So it's frustrating. Yeah, you get 35 minutes season high at Tech, and he makes clutch shots, and then you get 33 minutes against Utah, where I think, or at least me, I thought maybe we would rest him a little bit in that game. I know it was closer than we thought it would be, but that would have been perfect time to rest him when you get one day off after that game and then you play Monday night. But I honestly wish someone on the team would challenge him. And you got guys that have been playing college basketball for a long time. It's their last go at it. A guy like Melvin Council would be the perfect to challenge him. And if he doesn't respond, who cares? Because he's not playing anyways. And he's missed so many games that how easy is it to, I'm sure he was a little sick on Monday. How easy would it be? Nah, I'm not going to go tonight. Like, you're missing this many games. It's easy to just continuously miss. And he's missed the biggest games.
That's what's disappointing.
We didn't get to watch him against UConn after we thought maybe he was taking a week off in Vegas, which made sense. 3 games in 3 days, misses UConn, misses the second half of BYU. I know where you're up big, and then he misses maybe the biggest game in Allen Fieldhouse in almost 15 years, if you count the Mizzou game.
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing I can remember as a KU fan. It's crazy. And like the agent conspiracy theory stuff, like, I don't know if I tend to think the agent is kind of pulling some strings, but all I know, Darren Peterson and his family need to sit down and have a strong look at this situation and realize how poorly it's all been handled. Like, whether or not even if he was hurt, like truly hurt as they were, hurt enough to take himself out of games. The PR disaster that not only has it been from KU, but from Darren Peterson, the guy has turned himself in. He was he couldn't do anything wrong. Like, think about that first half of BYU. No KU player in the history of Kansas basketball has ever been more loved nationally by the online, like everyone on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, obsessing over this performance he has in the first half. And within 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks since that game, he has turned himself into a freaking meme, a joke, where it is now like just funny to make fun of Darren Peterson.
Yeah.
And for what? Like, why? What does this accomplish? You've ruined the guy's reputation that I don't think he'll recover from this.
He's still minus 400 to be the number 1 overall pick.
No,
They're not
but
gonna remember this when he goes to the NBA. It'll ruin his reputation with KU fans, but they don't give a fuck about that.
But think about Ben Simmons. He went number 1, but it was always like, this guy doesn't like basketball. This guy didn't give a shit.
Anthony Edwards openly said he'd rather play football than basketball, and now he's a top 10 player in the league. So like it goes both ways.
I know, but Anthony Edwards also played hard.
I want to hate him too. Yeah.
No, I don't think people hate him.
I think it's people. Is what I mean.
Yeah. I just think he's turned himself into a joke, something to make fun of, when 2 weeks ago he was the next Kobe. And it's like, you couldn't have fumbled the momentum you had more. And it's just so frustrating. The people around him are making horrible decisions. His agents, literally an evil villain out of a movie.
I hate him.
And we don't even know. Like, we don't even know. But when there is smoke, there is fire, boys. Your parents ever tell you that one, AB?
I don't get it. Because if he's load managing, why you can get a season-ending injury playing regardless. So why is he even playing, period? He clearly doesn't want to play college basketball.
No, and that's why I get frustrated. Like, why do we even have to do this? I mean, I love that we get talented guys like him that come in for a year. Most of the time they play. But at the end of the day, it's like they don't want to be here. They don't care about the programs they're at. Anyways, two notes. Braden, you mentioned it earlier. We have all said this. At least try to look like you want to come in. Try and look like you want to be a part of this. I'll give 2 examples as to why I feel even stronger about DP being soft. One, other freshman on the other team the other night, Pete, gets cramps. I'm sure you guys saw it.
Ryan said he's out for the game. I said he's
cramps.
not DP.
No, immediately it's trainers.
Not everyone's DP.
It's Theragun. Speaking of Theragun, we haven't seen that since UCF months ago.
No.
Anyways,
worse. We got the worst Theragun on the market, apparently.
They're working on it, and he's back in 2 minutes. And then here's another one inside the house. Braden said, "Hey, we need someone to tell him, hey, you need to step it up. You need to be tough." After the game, Bryson Tiller. See, John F. knows. Tiller said, and they asked if he got banged up because he went down to the ground at one point. And he said, "No, it was just cramps. No big deal. I was fine." And Melvin and Flory kind of chuckled after he said that.
Really?
I don't know if I'm reading too much into it. It was like it wasn't really talked about, but I don't know.
If we are fed up with it,
in the mindset that I'm so sick of this, but all we see is like they love him when we beat BYU, and was it Nike or Adidas? Probably Adidas, I guess. Posted the debate over or whatever it was. Like 3 of the guys on the roster were in the comments being super positive about it after he just bailed on the second half. So I think they do love him, and you see videos come out like would you rather take the shot or get the stop? Seemed like they all liked him that. But
that's the thing.
But it's just there have to be moments where it's like, dude, you're quitting on us almost because the number that keeps being thrown around is he's missed 11 of 24 games. The number that's not being thrown around is he's sat out before the game was ended in 9 or 10 of the 13 he's played in. How many full games has he played? All I can think of is Colorado and Tech.
Utah? Does Utah count?
Utah. So yeah, there it is. I really think that's it. Did he play the full game in Carolina?
This has been going on for fucking 4 months, dude.
And that's why load management makes no sense to me. Why are you playing 30 minutes against Utah if you're load managing? That's why I just think it's he feels slightly off, and it has been ingrained in his head by his team around him, like his agent, his dad, whoever, to be like, hey, you cannot risk this. This means nothing. Don't worry about missing games. Don't worry about everything you're I mean, imagine Darren Peterson. You're getting on Twitter. You're getting on Instagram. He's 19 years old. He's living on these apps. He has to be seeing the comments. He hears the chants. And for some reason, he isn't willing to, if it really is those people behind the scenes calling the shots, like he's not willing to tell them to
I'm
F
fucking
off.
playing.
Yeah. And I really do hope, and I got to believe it will happen. Melvin Council, Bill Self, Flory, Trey, like get the starters in a room. Don't do it in front of the whole team if you don't want to, but somebody's got to pull him aside and be like, dude, we have a special thing going. This is our, it's Melvin, it's Trey, it's maybe Flory's last go at it. And you cannot continue to have this distraction around, but I don't know what you do. Like, I will never be on the side of we want him to not be on the team, because fact of the matter is he won us 2 games pretty much single-handedly in Big 12 play. Like, we don't need that. Yeah.
I was thinking about that earlier. I've seen a lot of people saying, and look what this Kansas team proved, who they can beat without Darren Peterson. Think about how good they'll be with Darren Peterson. I agree with that slightly. The problem is when the game starts to matter, you're not going to have your actual best player, which is Allen Fieldhouse. So, and we'll see. I mean, we beat Tech on the road. Like, this team's definitely better and more capable of winning games outside of Allen than the last 2 years. But it's just that has to be factored in as well, which is why, as awesome as Monday was, I still can't talk myself into a deep tournament run without DP.
Yeah, it's definitely 6-second weekend.
Because the offense just shuts down. I mean, they for long periods of time, they just look clunky, and we
don't
have to get into that. But I'm just like, if this team's going to do what we think they can do, he's got to be out there for it.
Yeah, you can't really go into the tournament thinking Final Four or bust.
Yeah,
like they would have a chance, I think, but with DP, you have your hopes up all the way. You're a top 3 seed.
Okay. Can I throw a positive spin zone at you guys real quick?
Yeah.
What if he really was very sick?
That's
felt horrible. The flu is going around. People forget that. Flu is going around. And what if he really did just feel really sick and it was bad timing, like worst timing ever? But if you take away the fact that this just happened, he did play all game Saturday against Utah. And like maybe it was just he actually got sick. And prior to this game Saturday, he had so much momentum. Like he had the Texas Tech, he had the Utah game. So like maybe there is a chance that he plays Saturday and we're just back to normal. I don't know.
What's
how
many games, Brian?
33 minutes against Utah. What would he have to prove against Utah that he wouldn't 2 days later against number 1 undefeated Arizona?
That's why I'm kind of saying like.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but then going into Stillwater, he'll have a sore toe and he'll be out for that. Like, it's always going to be something. I'm convinced of it.
But why wasn't there something against Texas Tech and Utah?
Well, I don't know.
Like, yeah, that's just what I can't wrap my head around.
But what happens when we get through the first weekend and then Thursday, Sweet 16? He's like, oh, here we go. I played 2 games in a row. I can't play a third.
No, I agree. But remember, this was a positive spin zone. I know.
I'm not saying
it's fact.
I'm trying to buy in, but it just feels like similar conversations that we've had before to where some.
But we had not had him play 2 full games in a row.
Well,
I don't know.
A new streak.
I can just see him sitting a Big 12 tournament game, we lose, and our fan base is just melting down going into the tournament.
Oh, it
almost feels like a guaranteed
chance he's playing in the Big 12 tournament.
No, you had a great tweet about that, Mr. Viral.
I feel, I didn't want that to go crazy because,
I almost feel like it's guaranteed to happen in the tournament.
I don't know, man. Think about let's think about what has transpired in the last not even full month of Kansas basketball. Like we should have started Big 12 play 0-3. We're dealing with all DP drama. Bill Self, people forget Bill Self went to the hospital and did not coach against Colorado. Jock Vaughn coached that game. We have that happen. We have the BYU college game day happen. We have Melvin wabashing in Manhattan, beating K-State by 1 billion on their home floor. We win at Texas Tech in dramatic fashion with DP, and then you win this game. Like, it has just been, I would argue it's been one of the most crazy 1 month or 3 week stretches that I can remember as a Kansas basketball fan, that not counting like postseason play. Like, this has just been for good and for work, good times and bad times, but it has been absolutely wild because that Bill Self going to the hospital feels like 6 months ago.
How about our predictions for this 5-game stretch we just had? We were pumped with 3-2. Now we're 4-0 going to Ames.
Yeah, it's
really they're going to shoot
incredible.
17 for 30 from 3.
Yep. Did you see that? You see that number be turned to 11 for 44 their last 2 games, so that'll be sick. But
no, this team's shown they can beat nearly anyone without DP. So I'm not saying they're going to win a natty or go to the Final Four, but
that's a tough scene, but that is true.
Wow.
Also,
poor guy.
What was he talking about?
Oh, when I said Bill Self felt like he went to the hospital 6 months ago, and that guy said, well, technically he did go 6 months ago too. Yeah, it would be kind of funny, not funny, but if half our team came down with the flu and we're like, oh, sorry, DP.
COVID times.
I can't believe he didn't play Monday. There's no way he was too sick to play.
What was the video going around? It looked like he was saying, like, I can't he was telling Townsend, like, I can't, maybe he was saying I can't breathe out of my nose or something. I don't know. But, like, again.
Yeah, that's what AB did every Monday to his parents before school.
Monday chills, baby.
And he warmed up first set of AB. You would have died if you saw Ryan's face when he looked at me and said, DP's not warming up.
Oh, was he white as a ghost? Did he look like me when I had that sickness or whatever the hell happened?
He was
back in the studio.
Dude, Ryan was fired up. I mean, we both were like, we both kind of were like, all the excitement is that gone now. And then we somehow win.
Well, it was funny because I looked
I was ready to leave.
Oh, yeah. I was like, let's get the hell out of here. This is I don't want to go to bed at midnight. When I looked out on the court, I'm like looking at the guys warming up. I'm like, DP's not out there. I said, oh, maybe they do it in like groups. Like maybe he's still back. Maybe the whole team's not out there yet. And then I started like counting the players, and I was like, uh-oh, that's definitely the full team. Like, this is not a group thing. And then, yeah, you open up Twitter and it's just
sick.
What do you do?
Chaos.
Hey, can I bring up a topic? A segment, some may call it. I like to call it segment suggestions from my best friend Cole Peterson. Okay. He asked me and said he'd like us to talk about what Melvin's all Big 12 odds are looking like. All conference team odds are looking like. We started looking at it like Devon's is probably a lock. Who else? Toppin's probably a lock.
Anderson for Tech.
Devonta, yeah, I mean Anderson
Flemings?
Probably.
Flemings, who's the guy?
Yeah, Kingston Flemings for Houston.
Yeah, Melvin first team seems hard, but second team seems very
the Jeff Withey path
doable.
Who is going to be like the big men on there? Toppin.
Do they even do it by position anymore? Or do they just do best 5?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
My problem is like my knowledge of college basketball outside of the Kansas basketball Jayhawks recently has just tanked.
Marcus Johnson.
Oh, and like surely Lipsy is gonna be first team. Is he still good? I don't even know.
See,
I mean, shit. Saunders is averaging like 20, isn't he?
Yeah,
I mean, he probably won't be first, but
hey, we go on a run and we tie for the conference title or some shit. How do you not have a Jayhawk? And is it going to be Flory or Melvin?
Well, I feel like Flory's got to be a lock. Can I throw something crazy?
Sure.
Are we positive Darren Peterson's not going to make the first team? I mean, how many games has he missed in Big 12 play? It hasn't been that many.
There should be limitations like the NBA.
Imagine the day on Twitter when
like
he
60%
makes
of your
first team.
minutes are done.
Who's going to make it first team for Arizona?
Wait, is this real? It's 10 players now?
What?
Is that real, Connor Cranford? Are you making
Can
me
I
look
rant
dumb?
about this Brett Yormark folk? I mean, he hyped this gosh darn announcement like it was going to be world changing, and it's a stinking court. A court.
Dude.
It's going to change everything. I saw two guys on a podcast say, "Oh, I know a lot of people are probably going to be, think they're going to be underwhelmed by this, and yada yada yada." I'm telling you, this is game changing. This is the future. And I'm like, oh my God, what could it be? Are they going to play for an NIL bucket at the end of the tournament? Are they going to? I didn't even know what the possibilities were. When
I thought they were moving it. I thought they were moving it to Vegas. I really did.
Well,
I was like, oh my God, these weirdo Arizona fans got what they wanted, and this thing's going to be in Vegas in front of 2,000 people.
AB got ready to rant, and John F. says, "Here we go," with an exclamation. He's just waiting. AB, come on. He's in the comments trying to ask him about Bad Bunny.
Great show.
Yeah, he's trying to get you all turned up with your takes. John F., settle down. Yeah, no, the glass court was crazy. In a weird way, I was relieved because, like, Big 12 tournament's one of those things, you don't mess with it. And so when they announced that they had this life-changing announcement, I was like, these idiots are moving the location. And I was ready to go to war. And so then I see it's a glass court. It's like, okay, sick. What I don't even.
Shatters. What if Flory falls too hard on the ground?
I had a funny tweet. Somebody responded to my tweet about the fact that there's no chance DP's playing on an experimental court, which, by the way, apparently not very experimental. It's definitely been used plenty other places.
There's a high school in western Nebraska that does this. It's crazy.
But some guy responded and said glass on glass in response to DP. Like, that's a good one. Strong. I mean, but that's the problem with what I was saying earlier. The PR, it's a disaster, and they've turned him into a just walking joke, and I cannot believe it.
He's getting bodied by the entire country. Anyone that covers college basketball.
Yeah, and it's just
so
frustrating.
Soft or saying he doesn't care.
Because he's the best player in the country, and he turned himself into a mockery. It's insane. But, hey, guess what, boys? It's February 11th. All he has to do is just never sit out again. How about that? How about you fix everything, DP?
What are the odds that happens? He's gotten sick 3 times in 3 months. He gets sick a lot.
0.
Hey, moving away from home to a new city, it can do that to you. A lot of change, a lot of sick.
AB, honestly, what would your over/under be? What would you set the over/under at for how many games he does play the rest of the year?
Are we talking complete games or like games finished, including the tournament? Because then it gets hairy. It's like, okay, well, how many games do we win?
This is an interesting question. Or is it?
Huh?
Would you take DeBonsa over Peterson, right? Or like if you said tomorrow AJ DeBonsa shows up at our practice and is now our starting small forward.
He's proven he cannot play basketball at Allen Fieldhouse, so I'm good with DC.
Well, as we all know, you don't win national championships in Allen Fieldhouse.
True, but he doesn't win games against anybody. So
availability is pretty important.
I mean, I could talk about them for a year and a half.
K-State's down 22.
Michigan's down 13
to Northwestern.
Yeah, buddy, 54-41, 15-29 to play.
Why didn't we jump to the 2 line? Why didn't Lenardi put us on the 2 line after beating Zona?
And we will be after last night when Nebraska, Illinois, and Iowa State all lost. We go in and win Saturday, boys. I'm telling you, 1 seed table. We're going to be on it.
Are we winning Saturday?
I don't know that I want to go that far yet.
It's so hard for me to think we win Saturday. It's almost.
It's the last couple we go to Iowa State and we're like, no shot. None. Gone.
You see how many.
But I think that there's a real chance we do. I just don't know that I'd pick it.
Right. Did you see how many Iowa State fans like quoted our video and were like, why can't we have this atmosphere? Or what can we do to have
Suckfest.
it was. I've never seen Iowa State fans love us that much.
I mean, even Kentucky fans were like,
Yeah.
see, this is what happens when you put students up at the top and you let all the old people sit near the bottom and rup. Like, that's what I was going to bring up, boys. What's it called in wrestling when someone goes from being a villain to being popular? I think it's called a heel turn. Is that right? I used to be a big wrestling guy.
You sounded so old there. I think
is that what it's called?
They call it as a heel turn.
Is that the right terminal? A heel turn?
I'm not a wrestling guy. That sounds right.
Yes, I think you have a heel turn. KU, I mean, think about 3, 4, 5 years ago when we were winning every close game in Allen Fieldhouse, just how toxic Twitter was. Everyone hated KU. It wasn't that Allen Fieldhouse was actually good. It was the speakers were loud and it was the refs wanted us to win. Everyone was such haters because we were winning all the time. And then you have 2 bad years and we have this heel turn. And now we're, which I might be using that wrong though.
I think
now
it's
we're like
the opposite. It go from good to bad.
Oh, yeah. See, no, we're turning babyface. Thank you, Steve Barton, 8108.
Look at that picture.
Ben Stiller.
But okay, all that to say, I'm making this way too difficult. Yes, turning heel is becoming a bad guy. That's what Darren Peterson has been doing. But I made this way too difficult. All I'm saying is KU basketball has somehow gone from like this hateable team by the country to, as AB said, an absolute suckfest. I mean, people obsessed with Allen Fieldhouse, people obsessed with Melvin Council, Flory. Like I said it last night on Twitter. It's kind of funny because I think people tuning into a lot of our games wanting to watch Darren Peterson, and then obviously Darren Peterson isn't playing, and they're like, wait a second, this team's kind of fun. Like Melvin and Flory. So it's just awesome that people are starting to love us again. Well, not again, but like, I don't know. We kind of feel like America's team right now. We've been at college game day. We beat Arizona. We're battling it out while our best player hates playing for our team. Like, truly. I think people kind of feel sorry for us. So I love it. I think it's been very fun. Or maybe the algorithm just knows that's what we want to see, so we get fed that. That could be.
Question?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you can get there. When do we start seriously discussing Bill Self National Coach of the Year? With as much shit as he's had to put up with and the different lineups he had to roll out and not knowing if you're going to have your best player literally every single game you play.
One game back in the league.
Yeah, and like, sure, Dusty May's going to be up there. Fred Hoiberg's going to be up there. I'm sure Kelvin will be up there. I'm sure Shire will be up there. I'm sure Lloyd might win it. Like, there's a bunch of guys that are well-deserving. Hey, we can talk more because Tommy Lloyd's climbing my charts. I'm about to join Rye.
That guy wants the job.
And this is bad timing because they just lost the road game tonight. But you guys know Iowa's been just chilling in the top 20 of Ken Palm lately?
What are they defensively?
Ben McCullum. Huh? Anyways, Bill Self National
33.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I agree. I actually think Bill Self, outside of maybe Hoiberg, should be the leader for Coach of the Year. But I'll tell you what, I think Nebraska is about to have a major drop-off.
Oh, they were so close last night.
I couldn't believe that. That game was over.
I didn't see any of. They collapsed like late.
No, Nebraska was down like 20.
Oh,
yeah, they're down. When I was driving home
overtime,
before, they were down 52-31, and then I'm like, get home, put some stuff away, and it's 54-48 all of a sudden. But then with 2 minutes left, I was down 11 or whatever it was. They somehow come back and tie it, and then Mask missed a free throw with 2 seconds left. That would have won it, but whatever. But then I don't know how you come back with that much momentum and then end up losing in overtime at home. That's just crazy to me, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Bill Self, I don't know what would have to happen for him to like secure Coach of the Year. I think maybe if we go 14-4 in Big 12 play, like that's pretty absurd. I think we're easily finishing the year in the top 5 to 7 if that happens.
Can you imagine even discussing 14-4 after our start in Big 12 play?
I said we're going to be on the bubble. I'm sorry, it's a bad take.
No, we might need to delete that video we did after the West Hawk.
Braden's got nothing to worry about. He wouldn't even.
God, what a great pod to miss, B-Turn, because me and AB were out of control. We needed to be like tranquilized, taken off air. It was ridiculous.
There's a lot of clippable moments that would make us look like bozos. But
hey, you know what? You know what clip we need to find, though, is the one of us being like, there's no shot if Arizona shows up to Allen Fieldhouse undefeated that we are losing. And we agreed. And then I said, oh, no, we need to stop. We need to stop talking because someone's going to clip this when we lose that game. So
I said, is DP going to score 40 points in a game this year? And AB said, Monday. Who says no? Doesn't play.
I mean,
he would have.
This team's a roller coaster, man.
Hey, he's going Elijah Johnson and Ames this weekend, I heard.
I mean, we deserve it. He owes that to us.
Well, never mind.
He's pissing me off.
Who would actually be the funniest person to go Elijah Johnson in Ames? Like, what would make them the most mad? Cole Rosario?
Trey White. Keep connecting dots here. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Not going to throw those accusations out.
What are you talking about? Talking about scoring 39 in Ames overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Cole would be funny.
Gilbert. How about Mbia getting minutes Monday?
Stud.
Love it. Will he be back? It was like he just a guy that in 5 years we're going to be like, oh, he's playing for Winthrop in the NCAA tournament. I miss Paul. Like,
be the next Zuby Ejiofor.
Ejiofor. Jaden Dawson's going to hit 4-3 Saturday.
That would be a funny one. Let's see.
That is good.
Do we think teams get upset about the in-game dunking when the game's already over? Because I love it. I can't get it. But like,
he's jumping like Melvin off the couch.
Well, that was the tweet, dude. The guy that said, if you don't think Arizona took note of Ricky Council the Fourth's dunk at the buzzer, you're wrong. Like to think that Arizona was like, oh man, now we're gonna beat them in Tucson because Melvin dunked at the end of the game. Yeah, I don't know. I think which one was the most egregious? K-State probably.
Did they do it against Iowa State?
I don't know. Maybe.
They weren't even on the court at the end of the game, though.
I can't remember. What was the picture of did they do it against BYU? Yeah, I think they did against BYU.
Well,
yeah, there was two.
To do anything about it.
K-State and someone else.
Hey, don't want it to happen, get the stop. Right?
Wait till the whistle blows, baby.
Got a guard spotty.
I think the whistle on horn blew when Melvin was about mid-court, but whatever.
Yeah, what is the score going to be when we play Arizona and Tucson?
87-74.
I thought you'd say something crazier.
Jayhawks. Hey, no, but really though, here's the thing. Kid, we've talked about this before. I'm really setting this up. We're going to be one back of Arizona going into that game. We're going to win a Bill Self traditional road win. The Texas, the Baylor, the 2020 year, Texas Tech to get to 14. That's the vintage kind of stuff we're talking about. Maybe we use the vintage stuff against Tech, but man, oh man.
No, but this would be like top 2 or 3 road wins of the Self era. I think Baylor's right now maybe number 1.
Yeah, I mean, how do we think Arizona's going to do with the stretch they have? Because it is
5 of 6 against ranked teams. 5 of their next 6.
So are you sure we're going to be one back of them, or will we be one back of Houston?
Well, I mean, we're going to be tied with Houston after a couple Mondays.
That's what's so exhausting, dude. We have to do this all again in 2 weeks in Allen Fieldhouse.
But the fact that we have that building and we can say stuff like that, be like, well, we're going to beat Houston at home. Not saying it's absolutely going to happen, but
Well, listen to
you
this
ever expect to
three-game
lose
stretch
there?
for Houston. So Houston has K-State at home on Saturday. They might win by 50 points. Listen to their next 3 games. Monday at Iowa State for Big Monday. Saturday, they host Arizona. Monday, they go to Lawrence for Big Monday. That's a 3-game stretch for Houston. They played those 3 games in 7 days.
Dude, we get them in a great spot. Who do we play?
They're gonna be gassed.
Who do we play before them?
Cincinnati on Saturday.
Oh,
Bearcats.
And
we're
it's a
gonna
noon
mollywop
tip
Houston.
against Cincinnati, so we get the whole day Saturday afternoon to take some time off. DP will get his groin stretched out.
Rest Darren Peterson Jr. against Cincy, and maybe he'll get sick for Houston.
Can I tell you guys something here? Well, never mind. I don't actually believe that.
You got to say it now.
If we win on Saturday, I promise you we lose in Stillwater.
I'm like very worried about losing Saturday and losing in Stillwater, and like wondering. And like it wouldn't even be the end of the world, but I can assure you, ourselves and the fan base will absolutely melt down. Like, do you guys agree?
Yes.
If we lost both?
Yeah.
You're asking if the Kansas Jayhawk fan base would melt down after back-to-back losses, one of which to bottom half team? We'd freak, dude.
We'll lose to Oklahoma State on
Oh my
purpose.
god. Oh my god. If we lose at Oklahoma State and Darren doesn't play, holy cow.
Well, what is worse? I think the anger is actually worse from the fan base. I don't know. What's more infuriating, watching him kind of just slowly ask out of the game and then sit with his little towel and his pad on his legs? Is that more angry, or is him just not playing at all more infuriating?
Him telling us 12 minutes before tip-off that he's out's the most infuriating. I think going to the bench with 16 minutes left in the game and just sitting there chuckling jokes with whoever else is on the bench with him while he's got his blanket on and doing nothing else to get rid of cramps or his cough is going to really piss people off the most, though.
I'll tell you, I
don't know
sense
there. I'm just talking.
I don't know the last time I've been as angry in Allen Fieldhouse as I was against TCU when we were coming back, and mid-possession they threw it to him, and he's looking, and it goes over his head. Oh my god! I lost it
because he was asking out.
Yes, a must-score possession. Like literally, the game is over, and he's asking out of the game.
He does not care.
It is. I'm telling you guys, this has been the wildest basketball season ever, and I can't wait. And we need to turn into Walter Cronkite, and we need to become journalists, and we need to get people on this show spilling the beans behind the scenes of what was happening inside the locker rooms and inside Allen Fieldhouse during this season.
No seat finds out.
Yeah.
That's a sweet hat, right?
Thank you.
I just noticed what it said.
Talk about a fucking
an hour 15 in. Yeah. Ryan's
Hell of a
win and then go to KU Arizona. Wow.
Yeah. Hell of a 4-day stretch for me.
Do you guys ever get the thought in the back of your mind that I know he was sick Monday, but what if he gets to a point where he shuts it down for the year?
Remember
more little tweak?
When McCullough did, how mad we were?
McCullough?
Yeah. I mean, I was wondering this. Are we sure we aren't just wildly toxic when it comes to injuries? Like, we were.
This one's been crazy.
No, this isn't just us. This is everybody. And I mean, Seth Greenberg said he's done with him. He's done with him today. You got the sniffles, you got the cough. I got a cold this morning. I'm at work right now. Ugh. It was he and Dan Dockich. Total ton of hair on that one.
Yeah.
Dude, I lost it when I saw Dockich and Stone. It was shining.
Dockich is one of the all-time worst. I don't know. I can't stand Dan Dockich. But when I'm reading, no, I stopped myself.
I hated him.
That was a little aggressive, but he's insufferable on Twitter. But when I saw that Doc had said something that I was like, oh no, I agree with this take. It was like,
Worst
oh
person
no,
in the world
like,
makes take you
this,
agree with.
yeah, this thing has gotten out of control. Can we talk about, speaking of bald, Kip Kissinger?
Oh,
What do we think of? Well, actually, we have a couple of things to talk about. The chat has brought it up multiple times. We're not going to talk about Kip Kissinger for a second. We're going to talk about Fran Fraschilla
Yes.
losing his mind on the Fleury travel, which, by the way,
Complete
clear as day travel.
as can
Me
be.
and B turn. You should have seen our faces. We turned to each other like, "Did I see that right?" But
Someone tipped it.
I've watched the clip of Fran so many times. He is outraged. It is like a opposing fan. It is how I would react if that would have happened against KU. And he is supposed to be, yes, like literally screamed it at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, Fran blocked me.
He blocked a lot of people. Did he block the pod?
No, I looked, but maybe by the time randomly we'll tweet something about him and then like 5 people at him in the replies.
I know, guys. Let us just
At
make
Fran
fun of him behind his
Fraschilla.
back.
Hate anonymously.
They'll be like at Fran Fraschilla, pussy. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, timeout. But why didn't he freak out as much when Trey White gets elbowed in the face? Or why that's always my issue when it comes to ref talk. And we've seen with Chiefs and KU. It's like they only want to talk about the ones that went against them. They don't want to talk about anything else happening in the game. Like, that's just part of sports. Missed calls happen. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Missed calls happen. And these 3 guys are humans with emotions. And when there's 16,000 people screaming at them, regardless if it's in Lawrence or Ames or Manhattan or Lubbock or Cameron or Chapel Hill or Syracuse or UCLA or Oregon or Lincoln or anywhere in the world, they're going to probably lean into it a little bit just naturally. No one wants to get booed at. No one wants to get screamed at. No one wants to hear 10,000 students screaming, "Ref, you suck." And that's why this stuff matters. Home court and stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's just
I told Rye Monday night, people just need to lean into the Houston, West Virginia philosophy of just fouling all game long, pick up full court. You can't call it every possession.
Sure can't.
I have one more thing about the game Monday, though.
Here's
know
the part of the pod where we say one more thing and then we rattle off 37 more things.
I know Rye's reaction, so it's more so to AB. What did you do when Bryson Tiller didn't call a timeout and it went out of bounds on us and they hit a 3 immediately late in the game? Dude, I thought it was over.
Dude.
Like, we did all that work to win.
I just kind of started laughing, to be honest. Yeah. Honestly. I was like, come on, man, what are we doing? There's no way. Because then trying to throw the ball in the next time was an issue, too. It's just like,
yeah.
So, I don't know.
It was, I mean, I don't know if I was that mad at Tiller. It's just like, I was mad that, is that who we even want throwing? Like, is he our inbounder guy?
Bill said that it was a mistake that he went to go throw it in, not whoever else. And
so I just felt like our staff should have been like, oh God, like Tiller's throwing, let's time out. But I mean, if
Melvin, hit a 3 instantly.
Yes. And then, so is that when Melvin went to the line and made 2, or is that when Fleury went to the line and made 2?
Melvin.
It was 1-1.
Fleury put us up 6, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it was he had a 1-1, I think.
Yeah, it was 1-1.
Fleury's was 2 because he was
we're up by 1. Like, it was, we still could have easily lost that game if Melvin doesn't make those free throws, and it all would have come back to that play.
It reminded probably everybody of a game that happened in Allen Fieldhouse last year. So that was a little scary to remember. But
oh God, stop.
Hey, I got a question about the environment. Post game, multiple things to go on this. First of all, were they playing the audio from Bill Self on SVP?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was hard.
Yeah. I mean, there were times where the crowd popped. I didn't know if you were just seeing them or what.
Yeah.
Secondly, and this may be poor timing because we've already talked about biggest wins since the Self era and all that, but I haven't seen Self that like excited after a game outside of like winning a championship. I mean, there have been tournament games he's not that excited. Tournament games. I mean, he was double fist pumping, and then after handshakes, he's screaming, doing it again. He's hugging guys. It's like that's the most you're going to see out of William.
And I will say this: I loved it. but it also stressed me out a little bit. Was it like a I need to soak this in type moment? Was it like I may not have another moment like this? I was getting a little emotional. I was like, oh my God.
If that was as big of a win as he claims it was, the biggest in his career at KU, then you
biggest home win, right?
He needed to soak it in because the next 3 years he's not guaranteed to get another one like that. So I don't know. But
I don't think I've ever seen him do that. I mean, I guess you flash back to Mizzou, but yeah, he did it and then did it again, and then like went to the other side of the court to talk to SVP, and he was still just amped. Yeah, the crowd stuck around for so long. I've never really seen that.
Yeah,
that was
awesome.
Storming.
Yeah, it was great. Like that.
Or I was trying to storm and I held him back.
Should have let him go, dude.
I was leading the
With
charge.
a no seat shirt on or something.
Yeah. I don't know. It was awesome. Just everything about the night was awesome. But yeah, Bill, I've always said this about Bill. The guy saves his emotions for the perfect time. Like it's a skill he has. He doesn't fist pump when it's not warranted. Whereas there are people that just they overuse the fist pump and it doesn't seem cool. But when you only do it at the exact right time, that just shows how, he's just a legend. He's a cool guy.
He overused the fist pump. Why do I love that line?
Well,
I'm trying to think of an example.
Are you throwing shade at Tiger?
Example. Who's an example of someone that overuses the fist pump?
Eldrick Woods?
No. Again, I would say he does it at the perfect time.
He's so awesome.
Yes. Eric Musselman. Great example. Where'd that go? I mean,
fucking weasel.
Whoops. Wrong. God, the chat is going too fast. Taking your shirt off after a second-round game is not the right time. You got to reserve, go in shirtless, pop in the top for big games. Like, I know it was a big game, but, like, that's Final Four only, I would argue. He's a great example.
Shirt off. And that's round of 32 win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Against Jerome
Tang. Jerome Tang is an example of a guy that doesn't time his celebrations correctly. He was waboshing against Utah.
Kansas freaking State.
Oh my God, you have a Jerome.
That sounded real good, man.
That's fired up.
He said we allow them to live rent free in our heads.
Oh, that's
hey,
good.
we can't get out of here without shitting on John Shire's response.
I was gonna. That was where I was going.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, AB.
No, Ryan, you are the dude. I've given enough of my emotional takes out. You've got to talk about dude.
Before that, I randomly brought up Boozer, like, and we're in the draft, walking into Allen Fieldhouse, and Bry, like, just had the most disgusted look on his face, even when I brought Boozer up. Well, he's just not that good.
No, I think Boozer is
How
good.
could you? He's going to get someone fired.
But this Ricky from SB Nation having him number 1 in his mock draft, what are we doing? I just don't get it.
He's played 30 games.
And boy.
Yeah. And he's going to win National Player of the Year, so like, shout out. But
got the bloodline.
Shire.
How long until Cameron Boozer has a Velcro
could have killed us
and a painted head?
I mean, okay, but yeah, we got to talk about Duke and Shire and like this guy. I've said this before. I struggled to hate him. I've struggled to hate Duke since Coach K left, and then things like this happened, and it brought back the memories of Kyle Filipowski. I mean, do you guys remember the way they dragged him off that floor? It looked like he got his leg chopped clean off. And they carried him off the floor. Everyone is freaking out, and he played 2 days later. Might have played Big Monday, 6 p.m. tip. And then last night, I don't know. Has there been actual footage of a staffer? It was like Saving Private Ryan. Has there been footage of a staffer getting punched in the face? I know there was footage of a water bottle being thrown, which obviously not cool. But John Shire acts like Duke's the only team that gets stormed on. And he also acts like they're the only team where things get a little physical. Like, I have a hard time believing UNC fans were out there throwing hands with assistant coaches. Like, has that been, maybe I'm going to sound really stupid. Is there video evidence of that?
I don't know. I saw a video of someone sitting like front, second row-ish, and they videoed the handshakes and stuff. And all the caption was like, "There's no way John Shire actually thought this happened." And I watched the video and didn't really see anything, but that was like a 10-second clip. I don't know what really that was showing.
Yeah.
But if I were to guess, no, didn't matter.
Someone compared him to Leipold in the comments.
Yeah.
But
Who was old buddy at K-State that bodied Jamari?
Nathan Power.
There he is.
Yeah.
I don't think there
one.
was Nathan Powers in Chapel Hill Saturday. Just
Yeah,
a good
and
old
like
boys.
I don't even know. I'm sure Bill did.
That kid went out of his way to hit Mari.
Yeah, just straight on the middle of the camera. Like, I don't know. It was clear as day. The picture of it is unbelievable.
It's so
He's
funny.
so angry that the absolute just lunatic sprinting for Jamari.
Out of all people, he goes at Jamari Trailer.
Oh, classic mix-up. You say punched in the face and change it. I meant to say trampled. That's a classic, mix-up of words there.
Trampled.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It probably does suck getting stormed on. It's probably chaotic. I do not understand why. I don't know. I agree with some of it, but I just can't stand they're so dramatic about it, between Filipowski acting like his leg was snapped off and then them acting like they got punched in the face the other night. And I don't know if me and you have talked about this, AB, maybe it was me and B-Turn, but do people forget there's hundreds of cameras on you guys? It's like the Jeremy Fears thing, tripping people. How do you think you're getting away with it, dude?
Dude.
And it's the same way, Shire if you're going to go in and say someone got punched in the face, do you not think everyone's going to run to the cameras? And
well, Ryan, we live in a world where people see and hear things and just refuse to act like what they saw or hear is real. I don't want to get, we don't have to go any further than that, but it's just true. I bet they don't. I bet they think they can just say whatever they want, and they know that the Duke fans and the Duke reporters are going to be on their side and push it, and then it won't be a story in a few days, and they'll get their crying out of the way. But yeah, it's good to have a hatred for Duke again. I'll say that.
It is.
I really
It
will.
is, and that was an absolute collapse by them, so that was fun to see. And then very funny that UNC turns around and loses to Miami. So
yeah, but Huey Davis said that he didn't believe in the hangover effect. Someone quoted and said me every Sunday morning, which is funny. But well, it looked like you guys were a little hungover going to play the old. I guess it's not Jim Larinaga anymore. Whoever's coaching.
Jay Lucas, former Texas Longhorn, I think. But
JAI, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And Ernest Uday. Okay, I got one more take, and then I want to do Iowa State predictions.
What about Ernie?
He's starting center for Miami.
Plays at Miami.
Jeez, guys, I'm so washed. I am.
My one last take is I just chuckled thinking about this, but I will be so tuned in to Marcus Johnson playing against Houston. I don't know why, but that's just going to be so electric. It's going to be so funny watching him try to get buckets against that Houston defense. I can't wait. God, K-State is appointment television, man. What is that score? Give me a K-State score update.
Lot to a little. Michigan's back within
68-46.
Yeah.
Oh, K-State cutting it close.
To 22.
Yeah, they were down 30 at one point in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Michigan's definitely going to win.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap the show up with this. I want official predictions. We need to get back to putting it on the line, making our predictions so that when we're right, we can flex on it a little bit, or when we're wrong, clip it, make fun of ourselves. So, AB, I'm going to make you go first. Score prediction. Does KU win, and what's the final score?
82-74 Iowa State. I've got Melvin Council playing 40 minutes again. He's the only option to bring the ball up. I've got Flory plays very well, per usual, just not enough in the end. I think Iowa State just goes bananas from three, specifically in the first half, and builds a lead that we just aren't coming back from. And don't call me a hater for this. I think we can win the game. We're just not going to win out. And if there's a game we're going to lose, it's this one or Arizona. So, it's just going to happen.
Do you think DP plays?
No.
Really?
He might. I don't know. I'm not going to expect him to. He's not going to be involved in my prediction.
A quick no.
I'm not expecting him to. If he does, great.
What's he going to be out with?
He's going to have shin splints.
Dude, why does Cauchy or Polymarket or whatever offer?
Oh no!
This is not the last thing we're talking about, Ryan.
No.
Make your prediction, Ryan. Make your prediction. We'll get to my thing.
I think we're gonna lose. I think Iowa State's gonna go absolute scorched earth from 3, and we're gonna lose the game. But I think we stick around. I just think it's one of those things where we're due for a loss. It'll be okay. I'll say Iowa State 81, KU 72.
I'll take Kansas.
Hey.
75-71.
Wow.
Your Jayhawks, our Big 12 champion. Fuck Giannis. That's really all I want to say. And I wanted to talk about this weeks ago because it's like I wake up Monday morning. Giannis has requested a trade, and Giannis won't be with the Bucks after the early February. And then I wake up the next day, and it's Giannis quoted as saying, "Oh, deep down, I want to be in Milwaukee and win championships, and my family is here, and this place is special." And then 12 hours later, it's, well, yeah, they're exploring aggressive trade offers for Giannis, and he's expected to be traded at the deadline. And it's just this back and forth from this guy, just weaving back and forth. And then the Bulls start climbing the list. This is when I start taking it personal. The Bulls were the favorite that he was going to get traded to for whatever reason. I mean, did I ever actually think it was going to happen? Heavens no. But it was cool because Vegas always knows. Just like when we saw the line was up to 5.5 the other night, we knew DP ain't playing. So all this goes down. Huge deal. It's all the timeline's talking about. I'm not even an NBA Twitter timeline guy. It's just crossing over into my shit. And he doesn't get traded. Whatever. Fine. Stay in Milwaukee and, just finish as the 8 seed and whatever. The next day to announce that you're just like what is it? Like a stockholder
He's
or
a shareholder
a face of Cauchy. And there were $25 million wagered, and people are going to go, oh, it's a prediction. It's gambling, guys. It's just gambling. Wagered on the fact that he was going to be traded. And he doesn't. And now all of a sudden it's a shareholder and they just made all this money off of this. It's bullshit. Fuck this guy. He's on the LeBron path, and I'm about done with it. But go ring your little blowjob bell, dude.
I love that. What a random thing to end it with.
Were you guys not fed up with that, though? It's just like,
yeah,
that's out one way.
No,
or
I wasn't.
the
rant was given. I just liked the bell addition at the end, just out of nowhere.
So likable, and then it's just like
a freak in the sheet.
Heel turned. There we go. How about that? In my mind, he heel turned.
That was the right usage of it.
Thanks, Dad.
Someone did it right tonight.
Yep.
That was very slimy of him.
Yeah, it was. It's crazy, and I don't know how it's not like borderline illegal. And Shams was eating it up. Shams was the absolute mouthpiece, spreading all the rumors. I miss Woj.
How do you feel about LeBron being the face of DraftKings? Should that be illegal too?
But that's no different than just players betting on sports. Like, obviously you can't do that, but to create the narrative that you might get traded and then have that be something you can bet on, that's way worse than like sport. Like, I don't know, sports gambling obviously does have its problems, but the prediction market stuff is absolutely insane.
I just don't really. Can you guys explain to me how it's any different than gambling?
Well, it's because I don't think, and someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, there are no like odds makers. It's like determined by the people. So
that's what Vegas is too.
No, but like it starts out, and I could be so wrong on this, but this is just what I've gathered from it. Like, will Giannis get traded? And they don't say there's not like a house being like the odds are this or this. It's just based on what people are, where they're putting the money. And obviously in gambling that does end up moving lines and stuff, but it's not being set by someone to determine it, I think is where it's different.
How are they making money then? If they're not taking a cut, that kind of confuses me. Like, where does the money go if you lose?
Well,
The people that bet the opposite?
No, I think it's got to be going to them, but
Right. Was that not a cut they're taking?
But I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. Somebody in the chat. I'm trying to stay very far away from the prediction markets because I know I'll love it, and I don't need that in my life. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if.
But like DraftKings and FanDuel and all these companies are getting into it too.
Well,
Like
yeah.
so like Nebraska's not a legal state, but I'll still get on the apps to like look at futures odds or look at Darren Peterson first pick odds and stuff like that. And it'll be like, try the predictions app. And I'm just like, okay, well, I just don't know.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's ask ChatGPT.
This is electric podcasting. Oh my
Yeah,
God, ChatGPT, chill out. Okay. They charge transactions for the trades. Interesting.
But is that not them keeping a cut? That's where I'm confused.
No, but the difference is
What
like
counts
the
as
odds. In Vegas, the odds are how they're like they make it in their favor. Like it's always going to be the odds are going to be set in a way that is going to benefit them. Whereas this is just you're trading opinions basically on if you think something's going to happen. So let's see what ChatGPT said. Prediction markets let people trade contract based on future events. The price of the contract reflects what the market collectively believes the probability of that event is. The basic structure, you say, will the Fed cut rates by June? Each contract settles at $1 if the answer is yes, settles at $0 if the answer is no. You can buy either side. If a yes contract is traded at 65 cents, the market is implying there's a 65% chance this is happening. If you buy, you pay 65 cents. If you're correct, you receive $1. You profit 35 cents. If wrong, you lose your 65 cents. So the price equals probability. You got that?
You got it bad.
No, I don't, but maybe I don't need to. I can live with that.
I mean, I didn't need all. ChatGPT went way too deep into detail there.
Always does, brother. Always.
But yeah,
does.
either way, you're right. You are 100% right. What Giannis did was wild, and I don't get how it's legal.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have hired DeMarco Murray to be their new running backs coach.
Boomer.
All right, boys. This is fun. Hour 40. Holy shit.
That's out of control.
Yeah. All right. We will thank you all for listening. Go subscribe if you're at all still listening after that Cauchy breakdown. I'm sure we sent you all to sleep. But yeah, subscribe, like, do all the things, and we'll see you next week. Rock Chalk.
Shoot up.